Guys, we got Coach lined up for another live interview at 9:45, so we're just going to go straight into questions and get going with Coach Anderson here.
Hey, Coach. Overall, Coach.
With the goals that we had that I really set forth from the ground level, effort wanted to improve, I thought it did. Tempo wanted to improve, I thought it did, and then we did not have anybody get hurt in a way that was serious. We got some bumps and bruises, but those are really the three things I wanted, and without seeing it on tape, I thought we accomplished all three.
How'd you feel about the presentation of the spring game? I mean, it seemed like everybody, the crowd enjoyed it, the way it was laid out.
We really wanted to make this more of a party and a community environment. That was a big goal for us, and I really felt like we had it. I looked out at 4:30, between 4:30 and 5:30. There's kids all over the field, tackling dummies. Our players are out there. We had a ton of recruits in town today, which was good. And then people stayed until the end of the game to have that many alumni come back. A lot of people, positive feedback. I thought this is what we wanted to get done, and I think we did. I hope people appreciated the efforts we put to do it.
Any guys that stood out to you over the spring that really improved from day one until tonight?
Walt mentioned a few of them that I thought. Carl Lee and Dijon both have stood out in some ways from where they were day one. I mean, you expect Mike and JD and those guys that you've all seen, but for guys that we thought that the first few days struggled at times to have improved, those are two. I thought that Keith Williams obviously has been a good move for us. Jonah Hill moving him to defensive end, he's showing up and making plays. I thought Xavier Woodson made some plays today. Q Heath, guys that had been kind of quiet in the last couple scrimmages, but all in all, I'm really looking at the bigger picture. To be honest with you, we're just trying to see the overall picture. Are we playing hard enough? And I still think we got ways to go, but I do think we're making improvements.
How would you rate the quarterback play? I mean, it's kind of hard. You see what Freddie did with the ones, but kind of hard to see what the other two guys that are right behind him, and then of course throwing Chandler and
Well, it's skewed a little bit because we obviously with as many different people in terms of involved with the decision making during the game, and that was part of it. I knew that this was not your typical game. There's many different quarterbacks that played, and anytime you throw that many interceptions, it's hard to say anybody played real well. However, I did think that initially, early in the game, Freddie made good decisions. He got the ball in the perimeter when he was supposed to. Somewhat protected the ball. Still, we're still prone to the critical mistake right now. It's probably, if I go back and look where we've been on day 12, 13 of any installation, we probably were right here at the same spot. But I don't see it with those eyes. It's hard to look back that far. We're making too many mistakes. We got to get more efficient. We got to be more precise. And that's what summer and fall camp do for you, to be honest with you.
How do you feel your concerns about depth, say, a running back and even a wide receiver are compared from day one to now? I mean, after learning, kind of more about some of these guys.
It really hasn't changed. We don't have a lot of depth. We're really thin. It's going to take all hands on deck. We need young guys to come into play. We need JC guys coming into play. You name it. Wide out, D tackle, running back. There's only a couple positions on the field that you can say you have considerable depth. It's just different systems, both offensively, defensively. Overloaded a couple positions at the end of the ones. But we got what we got. We got to make it work. Young guys got to come in and fill in.
Anything?
With your receivers, I mean, there's a lot of guys, not a lot of them have played in games before, but like Fred looked fine tonight. Guys like Booker Mays, I mean, you feel like you have the guys, you just don't know exactly kind of where they're going to be or how much they're going to play. Does that make sense?
Well, we got what we got.
Yeah, right.
We're not fixing to, we're not fixing to go trade them all in over the summer, but they're all making improvements. If you think about it, you don't have the ability to rotate guys in and keep them playing every snap. There's not the 8 guys or 9 guys rotating in. You have 3 or 4. So I think once you're in a game setting and you're using 8 or 7, 9, whatever you're able to carry,